Hi ladies, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaka Amano and I'm an etiquette and lifestyle educator. I help women attain femininity by cultivating elegance, etiquette, a good sustainable lifestyle, and virtues. If this is your first time on my channel, please don't make it your last by subscribing to my channel and turning on the notification bell so that you would always be notified each time I upload. But if this isn't your first time, then welcome back, my darling. I'm happy to have you here. With Valentine's Day around the corner, I'm pretty sure we're all over our heads preparing to have the most romantic dates of our lives. We've pretty much picked out our outfit. There are a lot of fashionistas and stylists on Instagram right now making Valentine's Day inspiration outfits. So I'm pretty sure you've figured out what you're wearing already, the type of makeup that you want to have on, and your shoes and everything. But one thing that it may not have occurred to you to prepare for is how to deal with a bad Valentine's Day date elegantly. Yes, I said that. Now, I'm pretty sure you're wondering, why the hell would I want to prepare to have a bad Valentine's Day date? Isn't that like the opposite of what I'm trying to have? Just look back at all the Valentine's Day dates that you've had in the course of your lifetime. Have they all lived up to your expectations? For some cosmic reason, it seems like Cupid on Valentine's Day decides to, shoot arrows of discord or something, because for some reason, it never seems to go according to plan. And this is because there's a lot of pressure on us and our significant others to perform, and that pressure kind of builds up. So for these reasons, I'm here to help you prepare your mind just in case disasters occur, for how you can deal with them elegantly. And I'm going to be giving you 5 tips to help you, okay? So the first tip that I want to give is to manage your expectations. Like I said before, sometimes the reason why things don't go well is because we build these expectations in our minds and we just want it to be the most perfect date, the most perfect day. We have so much expectations of our significant other and we don't even communicate those expectations to them. We just have them in our heads. So I know it's nice to be surprised and everything, but sometimes those surprises might not live up to the ones that we've built up in our minds. And because of that, I think the first step is to manage your expectations. If you manage your expectations well, the chances of being disappointed become slimmer. So manage your expectations. Another alternative to this is to communicate your expectations to your significant other. Now, when you manage your expectations, it kind of reduces the pressure on the other person to perform, because you're already chill in yourself and you're okay with however the day goes. And I think that kind of helps you relax more and enjoy the day as it is, not as you expect it to be, okay? The next tip that I'm going to give is to forecast and pivot. When you can forecast disasters, I think it reduces the chances of those disasters happening by more than 50%. Again, historically, we have seen how on Valentine's Day, all the best places are booked to full capacity. So the chances of actually getting a reservation in the best restaurants, the best hotels, the best, whatever it is that is your idea of fun, your chances of getting into those places become limited, because every other person is trying to get into those places as well. And obviously the services on this particular day becomes abysmal, because a lot of the time there are a lot of people. These service people are trying to attend to. So the chances of them giving you their full attention becomes even slimmer. Worst of all, if you're in Lagos like myself, there's the issue of traffic. The chances of you getting to your reservation, making it on time, are very limited. So when you can forecast these disasters, it makes it easier for you to actually pivot, change your plans, or try to switch things up a bit, or even plan earlier, like maybe leave like 2 or 3 hours before your reservation time so that you can actually make it in time. So forecasting and pivoting actually saves you a lot of heartache and disappointment, okay? The next tip that I want to give you is to deal with these disasters elegantly and gracefully. Do not pout, do not whine, do not dwell too much on it, okay? Because that kind of ruins the mood for you. Sometimes it could be just one little thing that went wrong, but if you stay fixated on it for the entire duration of the date, you just ruin things for everyone. You ruin it for yourself, you ruin it for your date, and you just end up being miserable, the both of you. So as opposed to dwelling on that issue or the issues that may have occurred, try to deal with it gracefully in that time and lift yourself from the situation. Try to forget it and focus on what you have at hand. And what is it you have at hand? You have this incredible person that you have decided to share this day with, and that's the most important thing. How the day goes, not as important as the person that you're spending the day with. So try to focus on that and focus on the person in front of you and give them 100% of your energy and your attention, okay? The fourth tip that I want to give is to not issue blame. Yes, ladies, I know that sometimes men can sometimes be oblivious to some of these things because they're busy trying to make the day, as perfect as it can be. So sometimes it doesn't occur to them to think about the little details like you may have. So don't issue blame and don't say, oh, yes, if you had done this way, or if you had done that, or if only you would have thought about this. Just don't do any of that, because the disaster may have already occurred and there's nothing you can do about it. And dishing out blame would only make things worse. It would only frustrate the person, frustrate you, because then the person will be frustrated and you would just end up having an even worse date than you would have had if you had dealt with it elegantly and not decided to play the blame game, okay? So try not to issue blame, even if you honestly know whose fault it is. Just ignore and try to move on, okay? The final tip that I want to give is to suggest a do-over. A lot of the time, ladies, the dates that we have are incredibly horrible, yes. And sometimes we hinge a lot of meaning on these dates, especially for people who are still trying to discern if this person is the person they want to spend the rest of their lives with. And you're like, is this the way my Valentine's Day will go for the rest of my life? I beg, I don't want to have to deal with this for the rest of my life. Yeah, that's not a good judge. It's like a good test for the person, because like I said earlier, there's a lot of pressure to perform, and it's just not fair to use your Valentine's Day date as a test to see how the rest of your Valentine's Day dates would go. And even if it is, then it brings me back to the second point, to forecast and pivot. If you see that this person does not perform well under pressure, especially under the pressure of Valentine's Day dates, then try to figure out something else. I don't want to use a personal example, but I think it might be relevant to this situation. My husband and I, we don't actually celebrate Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day itself, okay? So we postpone it to maybe a few days after or a few days before, like bring it forward to a few days before, because we find that we have more fun that way. There's less pressure, there's less traffic, you get the best services, or you could even stay home on Valentine's Day itself and have your Valentine's Day date at home. These are just a few ways that you can manage your situation better, but suggesting a do-over is really a good idea on your end, because even if it's someone you've not been with for long, it kind of helps them see that, look, you're a solution provider, you're a problem solver, and you don't stay fixated on issues for long. You are the kind of person who doesn't dwell too much on the problem and starts to look for solutions. So I think that with these tips, ladies, you'll be able to manage your Valentine's Day date better and have an awesome celebration. And if you know anyone who would benefit from these tips that I've given you today, don't forget to share this video with them. And also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and turn on the notification bell, ladies. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.